set over two sites. This is really a well organised campsite. There's nice facilities, toilet block on each site, family run, well looked after, area for the kids, dog walking area over on the other site. So here we are at Lllandow Caravan Park in the Vale of Glamorgan. It's a campsite with a bit of history, as you might tell from the width of some of these roadways here. This uses part of the site of RAF Lllandow, a World War II base. It was used for storage and training of Spitfires. And then after the war, Vampire bombers were based here. So it really is quite interesting. As I say, you can see the width of the tarmac there, and you can really get a sense for where the runways and the taxiways were. This is a nice site. It's got really good facilities, really clean, really tidy, utility spaces, washing up, usual showers, toilets, etc. Very well maintained. You do pay extra for your dogs here. It's £1.50 a night, I think. However, there is a really nice dog walk area and plenty of dog bins spotted around. So yeah, really don't begrudge paying extra for the dogs when you get the facilities that go with. Sadly, Lllandow was also the site of one of the world's worst air disasters of its time. In 1950, an Avro Tudor airliner crashed just short of the runway, killing 80 rugby fans returning from Ireland. A tragic piece of history, and a moment that shook post-war Britain. Just a short drive or walk away from the campsite, you'll find this memorial to remember those who died in that tragic event. So if you're into your motorsport, also on the site of the old airfield is Lllandow Circuit, where you can do karting. There's track days, supercar taster experiences, you name it. If you're a motor enthusiast, it's all here. So here we are in Cowbridge, heading off towards the farmers market. It's an award-winning farmers market, so I believe. So let's see what it's got to offer. Okay, so this probably isn't the biggest farmers market in the world, but by goodness does the food look good. Ooh, could be tempted. So that was the farmers market. Well, the problem with going to farmers markets is you end up buying nice things. And what we have here is a loaf with a camembert in the middle. We've just put it in the oven for 45-50 minutes, and we have effectively a tear and share camembert loaf. Absolutely out of this world. Nice glass of cold wine with that, and we're calling that supper. Those of you who've been around caravans long enough, you know we're a bit obsessed by our nuts. Wheel nuts, that is. And for good reason. Caravan wheels tend to be smaller, They tend to be carrying heavier loads. You might go for longer distances all than car tyres. That gives the wheel nuts, the wheel studs, the opportunity to heat up and shake loose. And this you certainly don't want. In the event of a catastrophic failure, you're talking about wheels to the ground, trip over. No one wants that, do they? So that's where this little guy comes in. Your torque wrench. Excellent for making sure that your wheel nuts are not too loose nor too tight. Too tight is important as well. Just as likely for an over-tightened nut to shear as a loose nut, under-tightened nut to come loose. So do check both ways. So first things first, you need to know what setting your torque wrench needs to be at. Mine are 88 newtons per metre square. Check your handbook and it'll tell you exactly where you want to be. Quite simply, turn the handle up until you've got to the desired setting. Which is about there for mine. Lock up the nut at the bottom. As I said, you don't want them to be too tight. So if I wasn't the last person to change this wheel or do a torque check, I'll loosen them back to make sure. Okay. Now, order is important too. You're going 1, 3, 5, 2, 4. That's for a 5 nut formation, which is fairly standard on all Alco type chassis. Put on your wheel nut and all you're going to do is wait for the click. So that's 1, 3, 5, 2, 4. And there you have it. Now you notice that we have these little yellow things on ours. They were on it when we bought the caravan. They're designed to mark off so you can see if a nut has shifted. Because we had them, we continue to use them as a secondary, but I really would not rely on them. Nevertheless, they're there and we use them. So, same on the other side of the caravan. Job's a good one. We check ours before every trip and about 100-150 kilometres after we've had the wheels off for any reason. So this has been Lllandow Caravan Park. This is a well organised park. Its costs are pretty reasonable, even if you bring a dog along, and you do get good facilities for the extra you pay for your dogs here. Electrics included, all the things we'd expect of a good caravan site. And then there's Cowbridge. Excellent farmers market yesterday. You know, not many stalls, but the stalls that were there, really good, really good quality food. So there you have it. You've been watching just another caravan vlog. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time.